Now we're going to discuss example 4 in your book for section 1.3. I'm going to read you the problem. It says, sewing. You buy a pattern and enough material to make 2 pillows. The pattern costs $5. Each pillow requires $3.95 worth of fabric and a button that costs 75 cents. Find the total cost. Whenever you have a word problem, you should follow certain steps. And the first step to solving a word problem, step 1, is read it and understand it. Okay, we've already read it. Let's see if we understand it. Understanding it means, do I know what they're asking for and do I know what's going on? Okay, so it tells you that you want to buy a pattern and you want to buy enough material to make 2 pillows. Okay, and it's asking you, what is the total cost of making 2 pillows? And they give you some information. They tell you that the pattern costs $5. They tell you that the material for 1 pillow is $3.95. They tell you that the button costs 75 cents. And they also tell you they want to make 2 pillows. So they're asking how much is it going to cost to make the 2 pillows, knowing all of this information. So they want to know total cost. So do we understand this problem? Yes, we do. We understand it. We need to find the final cost of making 2 pillows, and I know all the prices. So the second step is step 2. Make a plan. Make a plan. How are we going to solve this? And for this problem, we will write a variable expression, because that's what we've been learning, right? Writing variable expressions to solve this problem. A lot of you might be able to do this in your head or with the use of a calculator, but it's important that you use algebra to write an expression and to solve it. Okay, so here's how we're going to write this. I'm going to say that the total cost of making 2 pillows is going to be the cost of the pattern, which I only need to buy 1, plus the cost of material for 1 pillow plus a button for each pillow. So to make a pillow, I need to buy the materials for that 1 pillow, and I need to buy 1 button for this pillow. So the cost of the material and the button for 1 pillow, since I'm going to make 2 pillows, that means I'm going to multiply the total cost for the pillow material and button times 2, because I'm making 2 of them. So I hope this makes sense. So now I'm going to substitute. I'm going to say the total cost is going to equal the cost of the pattern, given it's $5, plus 2 times the cost for materials, $3.95, and the button costs 75 cents. So I know how much it's going to cost me to make 1 pillow in materials and buttons, but since I'm going to make 2, I need to multiply that by 2. So the total cost comes out to, remember if I have parentheses, I need to do the operation inside the parentheses first. Okay? So this equals 470. And that I'm going to multiply by 2. This means that for one pillow, I'm going to spend $3.95 on materials and 75 cents for the button for that pillow. So 470 will be the cost of each pillow. Since I'm going to make 2 pillows, then I multiply that amount by 2 and I add the $5 that I'm going to spend on the pattern. And now we multiply 2 times 470 and you will end up with 5 plus 2 times 470, which is 940. And what is the total cost? The total cost will be $14.40. And there you have it, example 4. If you need to, go back and listen again. Now I am going to show you a problem from your book and we will discuss it. Let me erase this board so that I can insert the problem. And here it is. This problem is problem number 9 on page 18 of your textbook. Okay, we're still on section 1.3. Let's read it. It says here, there's a twin convention. The table shows the numbers of sets of twins, triplets, quadruplets, and quintuplets registered at a twin convention. Write and evaluate an expression for the total number of people who registered at the convention. So remember that step 1 is always understand. Do we understand what they're asking for? They want to know the total number of people. That's what they want to know. Total number of people. And they know all this information here in this table. They know there was 2,697 sets of twins. Now, if it was twins, that means that 2 times this amount is the amount of people represented by twins, right? Because twins are when siblings, a pair of siblings, or 2 people are twins. Now, we know that there are 29 sets of triplets. So 29, I would have to multiply times 3 to know how many people are triplets, because triplets means it's 3. There are 2 sets of quadruplets. That means there's 4 babies that were born at the same time, quadruplets. There's 2 sets of those, so that means there's 2 times 4 people, or 8 people that are quadruplets. And there's 1 set of quintuplets. This means 5 babies born at once. So that makes 5 people. How can I find the total number of people? Well, you add, right? So let's see what this looks like. I would say that the total number of people equals 2 times 2,697, and that will give me the amount of twins, plus 3 times 29, that will give me the amount of triplets. There's 29 sets of triplets. That means 29 times 3 will give me the amount of people for that group, plus 2 sets of quadruplets, which is 2 times 4, plus 1 set of quintuplets, which is 1 times 5. Okay? Now to figure this out, I first have to multiply all of these first, and then you can add all of them, and that will give you a total of 5,494 people in total. And that's what they were asking for. And that's what we found. Okay, so if you still don't understand this problem, let me see if I can explain this a little bit further. When we say there's two sets of quadruplets, this is what that means. It means you have one set of quadruplets, two sets of quadruplets, and inside this set there's 4 people, because that's what quadruplets are. It's 4 babies born at once. So if you have 2 sets of quadruplets, that means you have 8 people in this. Okay? And you can do the same thing for twins. In the case of twins, you have 2,697 sets. I'm not going to be able to draw that amount of sets on this little piece of paper, but you get the idea. There is 2,697 of these sets, and inside each of the sets there's 2 people because they are twins. And that's why I multiply this number by 2. For triplets, I have 29 sets. So imagine I drew 29 of these squares representing a set, 29 of them, etc. And inside each one there's 3 people. And this represents the triplets, 3 babies born at the same time. So if I want to know the total amount of triplets, I would have to multiply 3 times 29. Okay, and that's what we did there. And so forth and so far. And then A plus whatever this gives you plus whatever this gives you will give you the total amount of people at this twin convention. I hope you understood. I'll see you in the next video.